ethics and those of all humanity depend on what you do next. Choose wisely.
Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube?
Greetings.
It's your boy Ease, back in effect, live and direct, without any of the BS. And let me show you what I have done with this double swing, baby. First off, I want to say thank you
I appreciate that.
for everyone who's checked out my channel, looked at my videos. Don't forget to hit the like button. I do appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time to just listening to me. Alright, let's get on with the build. This is a double swing barb and death blow to help me get my berserk going on. I'm going straight to the point. Let's get to the gear. I have two placeholders for gear right now. I'm trying something new. This aspect, your weapon mastery, you can use it twice. And I think that's really good to have, to be able to use it twice. So I'm gonna check that out. But what I had on originally was this here, 100,000 steps. After getting the final damage bonus from your walking arsenal key passive, you automatically cast ground stomp for 32 to 50% fury, and you gain about 50%. I gain 50% fury. Happens once every 30 seconds. I like it, but it's very, where I had this build set up, it doesn't happen enough. Because I normally can kill everybody before another ground stomp comes up, and I end up ground stomping for just one person besides a group. You know what I'm saying? So it's not proccing fast enough. Controlling the ground stomp is a lot easier than letting it proc off. But the rolls on it are good though. Damage stats against SWAT weapons. Damage with skills, your SWAT weapons go up. Damage to stun enemies, 19%, and +2 to ground stomp. That comes all with it. So it's a unique. If you can find it, I recommend you can use it. It works with the build, but you don't have to use it. Now, what I do have on are these. The first aspect, these are the aspects I believe you will need to make this build work. You will need basic damage grants your damage reduction, hopefully up to 6 seconds, besides 2 like I have. Try to find the best rolls. I only have sacred and legendary gear, so I ain't get to the final tier yet of gear. Then this one also here is a placeholder. It's a unique that I found and I wanted to test it out. It gives me 36% chance to reduce the cooldown of all my non-unique ultimates. I don't use any ultimates, so everything gets reduced by 1.5 when I inflict bleed. And you inflict bleed by using your lunge or your flay to spread your blood around. This one here, these two here are mandatory for this build. Defensive. Defense, defense, defense. Once I get the disobedience aspect and I find a better chest piece or probably better boots, I'll probably put the disobedience in there to give me more defense. But as of right now, these two right here I'm about to show you heals you instantly in any situation, bosses and everything. I'll show you a nightmare dungeon next. But what this does is anyone is near you, for 20 seconds, everyone gets stunned. Anything. It says when at least 5 enemies are close, stun them for 4 seconds. But when they come in, when 5 enemies come in, and you see like 7 or 8 more, they get stunned as well. You only need 5 people to proc it, which is auto. You don't gotta do it yourself. It's all auto proc. So when those 5 enemies comes close, it auto procs and hits everyone around you. So you might, it says at least 5. I mean, you would think it's only 5 people, but when it pops off, you'll see more than 5 stuns in the group. So it only takes 5 to proc it, but the distance of the radius of how large it procs, I still can't find out. I can't figure that part out yet. How large is the circle around you to hit everyone? Because I'm too busy killing them to worry about how many procs are going on. You know, I gotta take my time, I guess, watch the video in slow motion, and I'll let you guys know the numbers. And between having all these guys procced and stunned, they're all going to stand still. While they're standing still, this aspect kicks in. You heal for 40 life per second for each enemy close to you, up to 186 life per second. Well, you already got 4 seconds here, so 4 times 186, you're going to get that much in life, guarantee. But there's also going to be other enemies around you other than the ones that are stunned. So those guys are also going to be giving you health back. And while you're trying to kill the ones that are stunned, they are still giving you health. So every single person around you, as long as they're alive, every second you're getting health. You're automatically healing, guarantee all the time. Now, this also procs with the heart. This heart here. While below 50%, I have another one that's, believe it's 70%. I found a stronger one, but I'm saving it to my ancestral gear. This one is for 52%. Anytime I'm below half my health, 61%, I receive 61% more healing from all my sources. So let me explain how this one works here for me. When I get below health, when I am below 50% health, the 60% is going to proc for health received. This is going to get 60% bonus here. And you'll notice it too, when my health goes down, it goes right back up really fast because it hits this proc, which procs that back. Also, when I have Iron Skin on, Iron Skin also heals you. And that also procs with the 61% on top of that. You're just adding 61% on top of whatever it is. See the plus? And that's those two right there. With these 3 combo, these 2, this one, and having a backup of my Iron Skin that heals, you're always healing. So it's kind of, you don't have to use your potions as much with this build. Placeholder. Then you have cast double swing twice within a second, which is super easy to do because you're using walking arsenal, and the faster you attack, the better. You want to get a high attack speed, and there's another reason for that as well. Let me show you. Okay, with double swing, you don't need this aspect, but it is useful for long distance mobs. When you have people, when you're fighting a group of like 3 or 4 in front of you, and you have like a bone arrow guy who shoots his bone spears guys at you in the background, especially in smaller confined areas, the dust tornado, the dust devil bounces off walls. So it's like ping pongs through everybody it hits. So you're getting multi hits. It doesn't just hit one person for 1,184. If it hits the person twice, it's getting double that. It just smacks them twice for that much damage. So close quarters, this works really good. Open areas, you can't aim it. It's auto aims itself. You throw it out and it just follows wherever it wants to go. but it will hit people. So it is good to have for long distance. So if someone's way in the back, they can get hit too. And if they're hit, the thorns trigger on them. Not the bleed, but the thorns do trigger off the dust devil. Then this one here is to increase the damage, increase my damage while I'm in the barrier. The iron skin is a barrier, so when you hit that, you get 23 times percentage on that. Also, I have this heart when you complete the campaign for the new seasonal campaign. This is the first thing they gave me. So I'm going to try to find another version of it because I'm going to change the ring. But it goes on a 20 kill cycle. The first one I get 23% increased attack. The next one I get my bonus, core, and basic. Both give me an 18% chance to fully restore my critical damage, my primary resource, sorry. And the next 20%, 20 kills, I get every 18 seconds, gain a barrier absorbing 363. Now, this doesn't make any sense overall because I think this heart is broken. So Blizzard, if you're watching, listen up. It says here, every 18 seconds, you should gain a barrier, but it should cycle through every 20 kills. I could be out there walking and just standing there, and the last one will proc automatically. Sometimes it would double proc before even 18 seconds even happens. So it's broken in a way that something is happening. I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out. I just got this last night, so I've been working on it, trying to figure out how it fully works. But I noticed the shield pops a lot more than 18 seconds, especially when you're out of combat. I don't got to be in combat killing anybody, and the shield pops up. Anyway, but it's really useful. They're having the barrier, so when the barrier pops, I don't got to worry about pushing my iron skin. As soon as that thing pops, I automatically get bonus damage of the 23%. You'll notice the big difference because I'll be hitting people, and then you'll see the buff health bar just go all the way down to the bottom due to the 20 kill proc. If that's how it goes, because it's weird. It's like out of combat, the shield works. In combat, it doesn't have. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think it's broken. Then this one is mandatory. If you're playing Walking Arsenal in any form, this one here is mandatory. After swiping weapons 10 times, your next attack is overpowered, and that deals 30% times damage. On your 10th hit, it's not 10th kill, it's 10th hit. And you're going to be doing 10 hits quick because of the attack speed that you have. That's why you need a high attack speed. So by the time you get to your 10th hit, either your basic attack is going to do overpower damage, your double swing will do overpower damage, or your death blow, or if you have ground stomp, or any other attack is going to proc. Whatever other weapon attack, is going to proc the double overpower. Definitely you want to try to proc the overpower with the death blow. That's all I gotta say to it. Just think about it. You get 30% on top of the overpower you have. Percent on top of that. And I think my overpower is around 215. So I got 215 in overpower. That's going to proc every 10 hits for 30% more damage. Mandatory. This one also is mandatory. Dealing 20% increased damage for each second you're standing still, up to 30. Mandatory. Because you're doing a lot of standing still just to get your Walking Arsenal to even take effect. So, yeah, that's the one I already showed you that one. Oh, this is my new favorite. This is another aspect that's definitely useful. Increased lucky hit chance while your damage bonuses are up when you have all three procced, or all two. As long as you got two of them procced, that kicks in. Your lucky hit chance goes up. So that's really good to have on your build too when you're playing. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of this. This is a really good heart to have as you're playing the game to level up, as you're going from the start of the game to end game, mid-maxing, whatever you guys want to call it these days. A lot of the times you don't even get down to 52% life. Like, I'm never half bar on my life to even have this proc as much. When it does proc, it works really well, but it doesn't proc enough, so it's kind of a waste of space. It was procking all the time when I was when I was in my 30s. It would kept me alive because I was getting my butt kicked. Damage wise, I mean, my defenses were low, so I had to keep this one. But if you can get a ring that's red, this one is better. Your skills have a 34% chance to knock down all enemies for 1.5 seconds when that skill speed is than 34%. And my skill speed is higher than 34% as soon as I proc Walking Arsenal. Along with the speed I have on my gear, the Walking Arsenal pops that even more. Okay, for expertise, there's, as you can see, since you're going to be using 3 different attacks, you're going to have 3 full, guaranteed. The one I recommend is the one-handed mace, because the extra stun, because you're going to have the guys are going to be stunned more often than none. So you might as well do more damage to the stun people than you are to anybody else. The other guys who are not stunned are going to be taking bleed damage, thorns damage, and fire damage all at the same time. They'll be proccing off 3 different damages on them while you're dealing with the stun ones who are taking stun, bleed, and knockdown. And the other guys behind you are getting hit with 3 different elements while you're dealing with the guys in front who are going to be hit with at least 2, maybe 3, depends on how fast you kill them. This one is good too because it gives you more fury while you're hitting those stunned people, because since they're stunned, you get more fury back. So this will let you cycle through your double swing a little bit faster. So if you want to hit harder with a double swing, this is definitely the best one to use for double swing. And it also increases your attack speed, which is, like I said, anything that increases your attack speed is a plus. You need that. And this one here too is another good one, because you do more damage to vulnerable enemies while you're in berserk mode. You usually get in berserk mode through your lunge, or you get into berserk mode through your death blow. Both of those trigger it. So once you're in it, you'll have this damage happening to you. But the best combo is not 2 maces, it's 1 mace and 1 sword. So you can get both to work at the same time. So if you can get 1 mace and 1 sword, you will get 10% increased damage to stun enemies, and you will get up to 10% chance to gain fury back on hitting those stun enemies. So you'll get more fury if you have 1 of each, but if you want more damage, just do all maces. Alright, and the part you all been waiting for, the tree. How do you get that much damage? Well, I have a 3-hit combo. My lunge with battle lunge for more bleed. Sometimes I use this one. I go back and forth. When I'm fighting groups, I use the bleed. When I'm fighting bosses, I use the combat lunge, because I want to get the berserk, because the berserk gives you the extra movement speed and it gives you the 25% increased damage. So you want to use that against the bosses. This one here, fillet, stays the same always because it gives me my speed when you get all the stacks up. It also gives you vulnerability and thorns damage and bleed damage. You want to go combat play. And then you go over here, you max out your double swing with Furious double swing. So when you are in your Berserk mode, you can make it last a little bit longer. Then this one here is iffy. This one here is iffy. I'm not sure what I want to do with this one here, because I don't really use it. You could use it, because if you put on, like, I have two placeholders. If I place the ground stomp that causes the earthquake patch under me, that's a good move, because when they're all close to you, you hit the earthquake, that automatically stuns them. If they're not stunned already, because when that proc hits, they're gonna all be stunned. You smack them all around. When the stun wears off, you ground stomp. It re-stuns them, and then you can go back and do some more damage, so you can get a double stun kind of effect. But that's only once every 20 seconds. You know, so that's a thought you can do. But for real, it's not really necessary, because your other weapons will do so much more damage that you'll forget that you even have this available. At least I do. But alternatives, ground stomp is good for extra stun. I'm pretty sure it'd be better when I get into tier 4 and world tier 4, like level 40 dungeons. It might be more feasible or useful then, but right now, going through the game only a level 58, you don't need it. Then here, of course, I don't use shouts, like I always said. I got 2 to movement speed. I don't really need that. Then I filled all these up. No Mercy is full. Slaying Strike is full as well. Pit Fire is also full. You need all the distance damage reduction from distance enemies as possible. And of course, you want to do more damage out to everyone else. Again, stuns and slows, you do that all the time. So your critical strike chance is good. This one is good because it's for injured enemies. Anyone's less than 35% life is injured. So pretty much a death blow. Once they get down to about 30%, the health bar is about 30%, it's over with. It is over with for them. That's why a lot of enemies you're going to see me kill just die instantly, because one hit can bring them all the way down to about 30, and then the next hit kills them. Oh, then you got Death Blow. That's my backup. If I can't kill him with a double swing, I'll take him out with that, or I start with this to get the Berserk, and then I go into Walking Arsenal with Berserk active. You want to slow him down, and of course, since you're doing a little bit of bleed, I think bleed is still broken, y'all. They say they nerfed bleed build, but you know, like my last bleed build. But you know, the one in Eternal Realms. But I don't know. I'm still doing crazy damage with the bleed, y'all. So I think bleed still works. So vulnerability with bleed, mandatory. Down here is definitely mandatory. You want wallop and concussion. Since you're going to be using those maces, you want to make sure it hurts every single time you hit them. Since you're going to be using your mace and you're going to be using your lunge, you want to make sure you hit hard. Actually, I can put that there too. Once again, I'm going to zoom back so you can take a look at the board. If you guys want to take it to one of y'all computer know-how brain server sites, whatever you guys use, I don't use those, so you can theory craft yourself. Use mine as a base, and then you can theory craft off my base if you like. And that's it. All the way to Walking Arsenal. Now, as for Paragon board, if you know how to play this game correctly, you know that all the power of your build comes from your Paragon board. People don't express that enough. People think, oh, look, I got gear, and my gear says um, crit damage, crit damage, crit damage, health, crit damage, health. That's helpful, but your damage comes from your Paragon board. That's why a lot of people that you might see don't show you where they were back when they're level 50 like I am. They only show you with their maxed out Paragon board, because that's how you can show people, look, I got 900 something thousand damage or hits, or a million hits, a million DPS. You can't get a million DPS by using this tree and just putting stats on your gear. You can't get a million damage off of that, guys. What you can do is you can get a lot of survivability off of it, and you can do modest damage like I'm doing, and you can get a lot of survivability off of it. But if you want to, that's what min-maxing is in this game. Just getting gear is min-maxing. But to actually make your build strong, like these numbers you guys love, you need to get the Paragon board, all the pieces. Fill it out as much as possible. Get as much as you need. Make your character you. Okay? Following someone's Paragon board is good if you're trying to be their twin brother or twin sister. It's good. But if you really want to maximize the power out the build, you can take what they have, just change their Paragon board, and I'm telling you, you will get more power than what they have. It's all about where you put these nodes in the Paragon boards, because you remember, these notes here matter more than anything. Getting strength, getting dexterity, getting willpower, all this stuff matters. The more you have of it, the stronger you will get. Depending on what class you have and where you need it, you will get stronger. That's all it is to it. People don't take that into consideration. They think, oh, look, I got aspects, I got these gear, and that's it. No, you can get all the aspects and gear that you want. It will not make you any stronger until you can fill up the Paragon board. You feel the power creep of how stronger you're getting once the Paragon board is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm not sure why people aren't saying that. This is the most important part of the game. It's not the gear. But it's kind of hard to explain this because you can go in any route you want, and people don't know how to explain that, I guess. So trying to get your people, I guess your viewers, to follow along exactly what you're doing, that's probably why they wait to the end, so you can follow like a roadmap. But for me, I just want to get you guys to this point, and then you take it from here. I can suggest what box to use, but within this box, what you guys want to get is totally up to you. It really is up to you. But for this build here, the first thing you want to get, is exploit. So that way, any person you hit is automatically vulnerable. Yes, they said vulnerability got a nerf or something, but you don't notice it. You really don't notice it. If you build your build correctly, you don't notice it. I don't notice it. I know I do more damage with my kick, and I do more damage with my charge now with vulnerability than I did before. So whatever they did this buff to, they buffed one thing and they nerfed one thing and buffed another, so they kind of overlap and cancel each other out, kind of thing. So you don't really know the difference if you're using your right build. And since I'm using that, and since my build is going on a bleed speed fest, bleed out fast as possible, because you get cut with a sword. Swords make you bleed. I mean, makes sense, right? So I got damage to elites here. I'm gonna come over here and get this one, so I can get some more berserk. And then I'm going to get, yeah, damage reduction from bleeding enemies. So I need to get these here. So that's next on my list. And as you see my stats, I got a lot in strength. That's why I hit hard as hell. I got a little bit of intelligence. I need more willpower and dexterity. But I need more willpower. Willpower helps you with your core attacks. Let me make sure. I don't want to give out false narratives here. A lot of people like do that. Like the damn damage buckets. Okay. No, not for him. Okay. It's dex for this one. Okay, so it's druid is willpower. Willpower here just regenerates primary resource. So I don't really need that. So I need dexterity and strength. See, strength gives you the extra bonus in hit damage and armor. And dexterity gives you more of the crit chance you need and dodge, which you'll always need. Resistances. I think I found the level cap for resistance. I think it's 55 or 60. Let's see, what's that number? I believe it's 60. Because I've noticed I haven't felt any damage when I. Yeah, it's around 60. Because when I'm in a fire pit, I don't feel the bar doesn't go down as fast as it used to. So I'm assuming around 60 or higher. That's the beginning point. 0 starts at 60 with the resistance. Put it that way. Once you get about 60%, you'll actually notice that you can stand in a fire pit and your health won't go down. But you gotta get to about 60 to get it. It's weird. Well, until next time, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'll come back with another update. I'm gonna test a couple of those new aspects that I got. Broken. I'll let you know what's up. Broken. Until next time. Peace. So that's the build as of right now. So let me go to this nightmare dungeon that I opened up. Not sure what level it is. Level 58, same as me.